What's up, guys? LQ here with the LQ Review. Thank you so much for joining me right here at my YouTube channel. This is where we talk about all the geeky, nerdy stuff that we love to talk about. Movies, video games, comic books, TV shows. And yeah, right now we're going to talk about Survivor 46, Episode 3. Episode 1 was good. I liked it. I thought there was a lot of big characters in it, a lot of potential future all-stars, just a lot of memorable characters, a lot of memorable players. Episode 2 I thought was a step down. Episode 2 I felt was a little bit boring, a little slow. Still entertaining players, but I definitely felt I'm a big proponent of the 90-minute episodes. I think Survivor needs to keep doing that. But there was some drag in episode 2. Episode 3, I still felt that drag a little bit. I still felt that it was a little slow. And I think I've discovered why. So as I was really thinking about it, and thinking about former great episodes of Survivor, it dawned on me. They've only been doing one challenge. They've been combining, which this isn't new. This is something Survivor's been doing for a while now. But with the extended episode run at 90 minutes, I think it would be really smart of them to go back to 2 challenges per episode. A reward challenge and then an immunity challenge. And I think what this will do is, number one, challenges create drama. They just do. They create intensity. Whoever you're rooting for, whoever you're rooting against. But they also create drama. Maybe you performed really poorly at the challenge. That brings drama back to camp. Maybe you performed really well at the challenge and now you have a bit of power you didn't have before, a bit of influence you didn't have before. That can create drama at camp. The challenges can create drama, and with just one challenge in a 90-minute episode, I don't feel like there's enough oomph, enough, bang for our buck, so to speak. So yeah, I think that, like I said, I like the 90-minute episodes, and I want to keep them at the 90-minute episodes. But I think they need to go back to 2 challenges. I really do. I'm a big Hunter fan. He's my choice to win this season, and this episode did nothing to deter that. He performed great in the challenge, making a bed. They gave us a little Hunter backstory. I think he's going to be a player that's going to go far. Like I said, he's my choice to win. I also picked Tiffany to go far, which I still think she can. I think Tiffany's a player. We'll see. I feel like Tiffany can be very vocal. Kind of speaks her mind, which in some walks of life, that's a admirable quality. In Survivor, it can get you in trouble, so we'll see. I still think she's someone who can go real far, though. The more I watch Venus, the more I get onto Team Venus. I really like her. I think that she's made comparisons to Parvati, and I've seen other people make comparisons to Parvati, and she's not that good of a player. Parvati's a master at this game. But she's learning. And she's adapting quickly. And that's what I like to see in players, is players who play. I've always said that. I don't care if they're a villain. I don't care if they lie, cheat, steal. I don't care if they're a hero and play honorably. I just want the players to play. And I think she's learning how to play this game. Bantu, man. I understand why Q wants to keep him around, but I probably want it. Having someone, so he's saying that Bantu is not a liability because he can be controlled. For me, Bantu would be a huge liability because he's operating strictly on emotion. He'd be the first one I'd want to get rid of. Let's get rid of the people who want to play strictly on emotion, and then we can worry about the people who are calculating. For me, if I were playing the game, I would want to keep people around who are calculating over people who played by emotion. Because calculating, I feel like you could predict what they're going to do. Where emotional people, and we've seen it in Survivor in the past, emotional people, you can't predict what they're going to do. they're gonna go however they're feeling that day. And Bantu is very emotional, and I don't know if you can predict what he's going to do, especially if he makes it later in the game. Right now, you can probably predict what he's going to do. He's going to vote for whatever will save his butt. But if he were to get to a merge, I don't know that you could trust him because he's going to play strictly on emotion. Where someone who's calculating, like I said, you can predict what they're going to do. Even if they're not an ally, you can predict what they're going to do. So, yeah, he'd be the first one I want to get rid of, even though he's a nice guy, even though he's a nice dude. I love I don't care about $1 million. I want to win 1 million hearts. Corny, but cool. He'd be off my island. So, um, I can't yet say, we're 3 episodes in. I can't yet say whether this has been a good season or bad season. There's been nothing so far this season that I found particularly offensive. Nothing at all. But other than a couple individuals, there's been nothing in this season so far that I found particularly engaging. Like I said, I like Hunter, I like Tiffany. Um, but I'm not finding a whole lot in this season so far to really latch onto other than a few big personalities. It was unfortunate that a potential health risk situation had to be this week's boot. You know, I always say that I admire Survivor for putting the health of the contestants first. I still wish that there was a way to, if they were to say, okay, he's not going to eat anything that the tribe's not going to eat. He's going to be on a diet of rice and water for the time that it takes us to get this MRI. If the MRI comes back negative, he can return to the game. If it doesn't come back negative, if it comes back positive, then guess what? You're out of the game. I wish there was a way they could do that. I'm sure they've talked about it, and I'm sure that there's reasons why they can't that I'm not aware of. But it's unfortunate when someone has to go out that way. But like I said, it's not been a bad season so far. It just hasn't been particularly good. It's kind of this middling season that I think is still trying to find its footing, and I still think it can. So I'm hopeful. Anyways, that's my take on Survivor 46, Episode 3. What did you think of it? Let me know in the comments below. While you're down there commenting, subscribe to my channel, and until next time, we'll see you guys later.